It's flippity floppity. Like I don't know if it's just because I'm dumb, but on the camera angle, it's like the TV's like on the opposite side. Because on my POV, it should be, you know, it's mirrored. The image is mirrored.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean maybe. I could just be.
Because from the way I'm looking at it,
No, it
TV's
is
on your
because
left.
I'm used to the fish tank being on the left side of the screen.
No, that's not right. Wait, the fish tank is on the left side of your screen.
Oh, okay, I guess it's just on my end. It's
Yeah.
mirrored. I don't know
What are
what's
you talking
happening.
about?
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, it is on your left side because your TV's on your left side and your fish tank is, and your couch is on the right.
Well, sir, if you know anything about quantum reality,
You know anything about the fourth dimension?
I think you got to move your mic a bit closer to your face.
You know what? I'm gonna start streaming I'm gonna start every podcast like this with the mic right in my mouth, talking like this.
I'm going to go on a wild card here, and I'm going to throw this on Twitch.
Okay.
So this will be our first live podcast.
First live / recorded podcast. Put it on under just talking.
Yeah, obviously, just chatting.
Just chatting. Yep.
We don't
Just
get the hot tub meta.
Still put that as a description though.
It's literally titled Goober Share Brain Cell from Lethal Company, so I think that's still.
I'm gonna live stream it under hot tub meta.
Oh man! So you can get some angry boomers in there.
Like, I mean, hey, get angry all you want. You're the one that.
This is the hot tub stream I tuned in. What's going on?
No cheeks. Fuck.
Just start mouth breathing. Okay,
he's not butt booty naked. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
We're live officially too.
Well, hold on. Whoa.
This is unexplored territory. I'm excited.
Unexplored territory, just like my anus.
Especially because I've been lacking on Twitch. Dude, listen, man. I just have nothing to do right now.
Yeah, sure.
I don't want to just like make up some bull crap on the spot and not be entertaining. And if I'm not enjoying it, then the viewers aren't gonna enjoy it. And then they're just gonna be like, man, this guy sucks.
I'm gonna title it "Backshot Galore," and then
I will spit my drink out.
I'm gonna, yeah, you know what? Domain expansion.
Domain expansion hot tub meta.
Hot tub meta.
That's perfect.
All right, and then we're just chatting.
Let's just
chatting it up, you know.
Let's just name the podcast Domain Expansion Hot Tub Meta. Oh God. All right, you can open up with your topic first. I'm gonna be coughing a bit.
Okay, give me one sec. Oh, you start streaming.
I said a goat cheese pork chop with green beans, and I got the GERD.
Yeah. What was my topic? Actually, let's start off with an intro. Number one.
An intro. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Goose Cast episode 4. Yeah, number 4. Giovanni still hasn't posted episode 3 on his channel like he said he was going to.
We will. We're getting there. We're getting the progression. I have 1 megabyte of internet at a time, so.
Oh, hell
it'll be uploaded
yeah.
by next Sunday. So, we're almost there. We're almost there.
Oh my god. So yeah, this is us where we just kind of like shoot the crap on whatever's happening. We don't really have a set schedule because we both work at the same place and we're both managers, so us getting time off together at the same time is next to impossible. So we just kind of fill in the blanks wherever we go and write a Dr. Seuss book while we're doing it. So originally we wanted to do weekly, but after people didn't show up for shifts, we realized that's not possible. So,
yeah, weekly gets tough.
Yeah.
It's tough to do.
Especially because, dude, I haven't even been in the mood to play any games. Like, all last week.
Oh, not at all.
Pal World just dropped their new update, and I just did not want to sit down and play anything all last week. I don't know what it was. I just was Done. I just did not want to play anything. Nothing was interesting.
I bet I just had to pull up the Twitch chat just in case anybody thinks this is actually a hot tub meta. I'm like, you been bamboozled, bitch. You been bamboozled. It's just two guys chatting. All right. Anyway, though, like I was saying, I had a topic finally for once. It was the Deadpool and Wolverine movie coming out. I've never been more excited in my life.
It's not out yet.
No. It's coming out.
I thought I saw something saying it was out.
No. It's when it's out, I'll be there. I think it drops on like July. Well, wait, no, it's July 29th.
Oh, okay, it's further than I thought.
Oh yeah, I think it's July 29th. Unless it's out, I'm a fucking dumbass.
Dude, what I'm excited for though is I wonder if they're gonna do anything canonically with the X-Men with that, because I'm
a huge X-Men fan.
I have like the OG X-Men movies from fucking like X-Men 2, X-Men 3 or whatever, just sitting on my shelf. Yeah,
they were so cringy, but they were like good cringy, you know, like Logan comes out with a fucking fat ass cigar, fucking cuts his blade and starts a fire with that shit. That's so fucking badass. Oh my god, it doesn't get better than that shit.
And this was back when I was collecting DVDs, when I thought that was like the cool thing to do.
It still is. Hey,
I mean, yeah, but it just sucks because every DVD I picked up, straight up, just ended up being on a streaming platform, and I was just like, why am I even doing this anymore?
Everything's on a streaming platform. I think collecting hardcovers is a fucking great hobby. Like,
yeah, because
imagine like nobody in the world has the Blu-ray DVD to a set except for you. You're that one guy. Take that shit and own it.
For some things, it's a bit better. But yeah, I bought I think the last DVD I bought was X-Men Apocalypse, and everybody was like, "Oh, why did you buy that thing?" I was like, "I don't know. I just thought I needed it to complete the series."
That's one you didn't buy. Bad. Yeah, but any X-Men movie in general, like even if it sucks, I still fucking love it.
Yeah.
It's just how it is. But yeah, it actually, I was wrong about the 29th. It comes out the 26th. Which
3 days
means it's already out.
So
it's already out, and you were right, and I'm dumb.
Do you think they're gonna like use that to launch a new X-Men, or do you think they're just kind of just throwing Wolverine in just because? Because I know in the ending cutscene of Deadpool 2, he went back and Logan saw him. And he was like, Wade, and he's like, just fixing the timeline, buddy, and shoots the other.
So yeah, I do think they're gonna like try to restart it.
Okay.
I'm saying like restart the X-Men in general, because the last X-Men movie, wasn't it with Jean Grey? It was Phoenix, right?
And I didn't watch the last one. I
think that was the last one, unless I'm mistaken. I can't remember the last one, but I think that was the last one. And
yeah, the last thing I watched X-Men related was Logan, and that movie fucking slapped. That one was actually good.
Logan was great. Logan was so X-23 coming up in it. Fucking was lit. Him fighting variants of himself, like, that movie was fucking weird. I'm happy that I have a second because now I can look up shit while we're in between the podcast.
You just gotta come up with a configuration that you don't have to break your neck every time you want to see what's on the other screen.
You were right. It was Logan. I was wrong. Yeah. It was Logan. Yeah.
Logan that was the last one. Okay.
Yeah, and then that one movie where it was
that one movie with the guy.
Oh, actually, that one movie with the kids. Have you ever watched that one? It was like a horror slash action movie for X-Men. It was about the kids. What was an X-Men? It was related to the X-Men.
Oh, I have no idea then.
It was like a horror slash shit. So that one, I guess, doesn't even have a certain time in the time. Yeah, Logan was the last one.
Okay.
I don't really know where they're trying to go with that then. That timeline was everywhere. I was just looking at the fucking sequence. That shit's all over the place. No, really. Do you want to see how it starts off?
Sure.
Okay. It's X-Men, first one.
X-Men Reloaded.
God, it is so small. I could actually barely see the fucking X Men, and then X-Men 2, X-Men 3.
Okay.
Then you have it starts fucking going crazy from there. Then you have Wolverine. Then you have X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah.
You have no. Then you have X-Men Apocalypse, and then X-Men with Jean Grey. Then the kids, Deadpool, Deadpool 2, and then Logan. Actually, that completely makes sense. That's not even everywhere.
No, that doesn't make sense because in Deadpool 2, he talks about Logan's death. He even has like the little action figure of him impaled by the tree.
Well, he breaks the fourth barrier, so he knows
Okay,
what people
I
are already
guess
writing before. So I think that does make sense.
Unless it's just like in tandem, but it also was not just like happening at the same time or before or after. It was on a completely like in a completely different like timeline universe, essentially.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
It's goofy.
But yeah, I'm fucking excited for that shit. I'm all over it. I want it to come out. I'm gonna watch it since it's already out. My dumbass. I should have probably done some research on this. FYI, I don't do any research before hopping into this. I just blindly talk.
Well, that makes it more fun.
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm coming into. We just discovered like it's like the Magic School Bus. We're just going into this butthole unprepared.
Get ready for your Magic School Bus colonoscopy, where we bring Jesus along with us.
Fuck you, it was Jesus.
Oh, I found this. It was on top of one of the gas pumps when I was checking the gas
and
pumps.
You just kept it. What is that, Lego Jesus?
No, it's like he's like a rubber eraser almost.
Oh, okay. The fuck?
I keep him on my desk so anytime I delve into some lewd anime photos.
Yeah, you're
I look
Jesus
down.
Is just
I'm like,
looking at you. He's like, no. Have you know what's crazy though about the Magic School Bus we were just talking about? Have you ever heard the theories?
No, but I know they exist.
Yeah, you know when you go on TikTok and you just watch videos, right?
Yeah.
And it has like that blue search bar, and then you hit that search bar. I was hitting search bar after search bar for like a good fucking hour.
Oh my god, no way.
Bro, it was like the first video was like, is the teacher really the hero in this show? Like, you know, Miss Frizzle, is she the good guy? Miss Frizzle's a fucking demon. She killed one of the kids and then fucking cloned him with the school bus. Cause it was like they would be like cause it would be this one little kid, right? The ginger haired kid with the glasses.
Yeah.
And he was always scared of Miss Frizzle. And so he would always be like, Miss Frizzle, what are we doing? And then she fucking put that nigga on the moon and left him there stranded. And then it came back and just never talked about him again. And like you'll see him in bits and pieces, but he never talks after that. He just cause he's on the moon. Kid's a clone now. He's out.
Yeah, it was something wild like that.
He's cooked. Oh, got one guy in here.
What up?
You've been bamboozled. No booty here.
Welcome to the hot tub live stream where there's no hot tubs.
No
sorry,
hot tub and no bitches.
That's Giovanni's clickbait. My title is something different. I actually have Twitch followers.
Yeah. I have nothing to lose.
Okay. Oh shoot! You totally. I was gonna. Okay, so you know those TikTok search bar thingies, right?
Yeah.
Those are like AI generated, not like generated. Like if you leave a comment, like there's an AI that detects a portion of that comment that relates to the video, and it'll give the search for it. Like you have no control over that. I didn't know that because I wanted to do one. I was like, how do I do this? And I looked it up, and it's just like you just gotta wait for it to recognize it, and then it like puts it in there.
That's cool shit. Cause
Yeah,
it kept me in in a rabbit hole. Like I was going down it and down it. It was just giving me more shit to watch. It was crazy.
Yeah, so they're like, if you ever want to be like, okay, so we were talking about Deadpool, so if I made a TikTok about Deadpool, and then somebody commented, well, this one time Deadpool jumped into blah, 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 like just something completely random, it'll be like, you have to refresh it and then hope that it highlights Deadpool jumped into in blue. And then when you click on it, it gives you videos related to Deadpool jumping into the pool of lube.
Right. A blue.
That seems like something Deadpool would. No,
that seems like something that
it just came first thing that popped in my head.
Yeah, I shouldn't have even asked. That's for sure something he'd do.
I'm
excited for it.
Yeah. So did you? Because I brought it up while we were at work. Did you watch the Suicide Squad isekai?
No, not yet.
Oh
I've
my
seen
god!
bits and pieces on TikTok also.
I didn't even read the title when I started. I just saw like Harley Quinn as anime, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be something.
Yeah, he was like, I can fuck with that, and then like the little Jesus looked at him like,
little Jesus,
sure
is
you
like,
can,
my child.
My child, you've strayed from the path.
So
yeah, but I seen it like on TikTok, like I think it was the first episode, and like they showed
the whole
everybody.
First episode.
No, not not the whole first episode, but it was part of the first episode, and it was like they were introducing like the Shark, Deadshot, Harley
King
Quinn,
Shark, yeah,
they were introducing everybody in it, and it seemed pretty cool.
Yeah, I clicked on it because I was watching. Me and Ashley have been watching South Park from start to finish again, and I didn't want to continue watching South Park without her because she hasn't seen all of it, and I have seen all of it like 20 times.
Jesus, that's a long ass show to watch 20 times.
And that's the thing. I've watched South Park as it was developing, and we'd be on the most recent season, and I'd go back and rewatch South Park from the beginning every time a new season came out. Like in high school, we were obsessed with South Park.
I was obsessed with Family Guy. Family Guy was my shit.
Family Guy too, but we didn't watch it as much as South Park. We would go to my friend Mason's house to game on the weekends during high school, and his dad would make us dinner every night. And the ritual was we'd sit down for dinner, and his dad would put on South Park, and we would just watch South Park while we ate. So it was
he had a fucking dope dad. My fucking mom would never let me watch anything like
Family
Guy or South Park. I had to wait for her ass to go to sleep. So, this is what I did. Like she would be like, "All right, I'm going to sleep, viejito." She give me a kiss, and then like right when I heard her lock her door, I'd give it like 10 minutes, and then I'd jog out the room, turn on this fat ass TV, and watch Family Guy for an hour straight.
Oh no, it's the I'm the divorced dad, so I gotta be the cool parent type mentality.
Yeah, he was the cool parent though. He was dope.
He kept us fed.
Give you Tostino's Pizza Rolls with some South Park. That's
so I didn't even read the title, and I clicked on it, not knowing, and like it opens with Harley Quinn and the Joker just like, I guess, killing people. The translation, because it's only in Japanese right now, so it doesn't have like English localization, which is something I learned recently. When they do English dubs, they like do localization, which is where they would put a phrase or word or sentence or paragraph, like something the character is saying, and make it make sense to how a person in the US would say it, instead of just directly translating. Right. Yeah, so they're like, which is why High School DxD is so great, because like the part where he's riding Rias is riding the bike and he's running behind her, like he was in the Japanese version, he's talking about like, oh, I need to train hard to impress my teammates, whatever. The English localization is just straight up, I wish my bicycle seat was my ass. I wish that bicycle seat was my face. Fuck, I fucked it up.
He's like, DxD and prison school have a special place in my heart.
So they're Harley Quinn and the Joker are just driving, and they're like talking about how they're gonna send everybody to another world, and I'm like, wait, are they talking like an isekai? And they're killing people, which is usually how you end up in an isekai, is you die, and you're like rebirthed into another thing. And I was like, okay, are they like transitioning? Is that what's gonna happen? Are they causing the isekai? But it really wasn't that way. It's just the way it was directly translated into Japanese. It's like they somehow knew they were going to be transported into another world before actually finding out they were transported to another world, and it just didn't make sense logistically, Englishly. Well, yeah, obviously. But I can not cut it for the VOD. I was just kind of talking to myself.
Oh, okay. Were you?
Yeah. I was trying to because you're live streaming, I'm live streaming, so
Yeah,
I
I
was
was about
like,
to say this live stream is still on, so they call everything.
I literally was just entertaining. I started talking about the Yu-Gi-Oh decks. I was like showing the cards.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to watch the VOD back. But all right.
Well, it was the decks you saw that we definitely got up because Ashley won't duel me.
We need to make a video on that. Speaking of,
Yeah.
we need to get because you have the perfect camera set and perfect camera
Yeah.
angles for that shit. Like,
I was just saying because we could duel and then we could just compare and contrast it to like modern to OG. You know.
yeah.
Anyways, the isekai.
Isekai, right.
Yeah. So, they get transported into the other world as whatever. It's very generic.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's just the Japanese voice acting of it, but it's just like, how do I
You
explain
think
it?
for a DC isekai, they probably try to use some voice actors that
Well, I mean,
opt out.
it's an actual Japanese studio that's taking it. They should hop on the English dub day one with that because it's very, very cool seeing the DC villains interact with an anime world. And
Yeah.
it's actually very funny in that aspect. I just feel it would be better hearing them in their own voice.
Yeah.
You
Thought
know?
that would have been, like you said too, like automatically dubbed. Like there's such a huge audience for
Yeah.
DC. Anything DC over here in the Western audience. So like you think day one they would have been like, oh, we're gonna have the sub released and the dubbed release. But waiting for that is a little weird. I agree.
I have to see how it all pans out because essentially the plot is they sent in a Suicide Squad before them to make interactions with the other world to get resources, and that Suicide Squad went rogue and just split off and created their own factions. And coming into that world, you get magical powers based on like your personality, essentially, and your power. Or if you already had powers, like Clayface is in it. They did okay. Clayface's character is so spot on. It's so good because he's like this he's an actor and he's always like playing a role and he's like he's the first one to realize they've been isekai'd because he's into like show business and media like that. He's like he's all like into it and stuff. Yeah. And since he already had like his clay powers in this other world, he's got like they've been enhanced.
Yeah.
So he can do more, stuff
More
or whatever.
with his powers. Okay, so his powers just kind of got like a boost.
Yeah.
More than anything.
So they're sent in and they have a time limit where they have to stop the other bad guys and create like trade relations between the worlds before 72 hours is up or else their heads blow up. Right?
Okay,
Which
so they still have that damn chip in their head.
But the way they did it, it's like a reboot or like it's its own like it's definitely not canon for one, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So
this is isekai, it's not canon. For sure.
This is the first time they've had the chips in this storyline. So they I don't know why they did it that way, but
the chips in their head, right? That was from their previous life, right?
No.
How the fuck?
Okay.
Was it in the isekai where they got that chip in their head?
No, I don't want to spoil too much, but essentially they created a portal, so nobody died to get in there. They just got sent there.
Okay.
Which is why I was like confused, where I'm wondering if it's supposed to be worded the way it is at the intro with the Joker and Harley Quinn, or if that's just because they're directly translating it from the Japanese. It doesn't make as much sense with the plot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good. It's generic, but the fact that it's the DC characters interacting with the world is what makes it more interesting than just watching any old isekai out of nowhere.
Right.
Because if you've seen one, they're all pretty much the same thing, but this one's different because it's like, oh, it's Harley Quinn. Oh, I wonder. I wonder if Batman's gonna show up at any point, dude. If they throw, I'm such a simp for Batman that if they throw Batman into this thing, I will lose my shit. I don't even care.
Yeah, anything with Batman in it, it's like
even if it's just for an episode, I'm just gonna be like, right. Here he is. And seeing Batman in an anime universe would be just so funny.
I know they had that one anime about Batman, right? It was him, or was that Wolverine's? And I think that was Wolverine. Wolverine had an anime already too.
They made an anime movie where a bunch of different studios worked on it and they split up
That's what it was. It was it
parts.
was a Batman and Joker.
Batman
type of-
Ninja.
Yeah, that's what it was like.
The
Yeah, that shit
Bat
was tough.
Ninja. I'm Batman Ninja. Yeah, so like as the plots of the movie progresses, it switches art styles, which is actually really fucking cool.
Yeah.
That was not what I was expecting, and they literally do everything from like just ninjutsu to fucking giant mechs.
Yeah.
And that
They did
movie, it
mechs
was
in that?
wild.
I still
Yeah,
haven't watched
they
it.
did. Oh, you gotta watch this. It's so
That's
goofy.
tough. That's tough.
Yeah, I didn't
I
know
watched it.
actually like anime studios worked on that. I thought it was just DC being goofy.
Yeah, that's what I thought this whole time too. Because I remember like when I seen the trailer for it, it was like just DC.
Yeah,
trying to
it's
see
like,
any
oh,
studio.
what if Batman went back to feudal Japan?
Yeah,
but I
that's
didn't know it was
exactly
like
how it
and
was, yeah.
actually handled by anime studios.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, with the art style, I'm not surprised. It was really artsy.
Very artsy. And the plot was good in the first half, but when they brought out the mechs, it was like, okay, like I get it, but also like
You
this
lost
kinda,
the plot when
this
the
this
mechs came
kind
out.
of this kind of ruined it for me, but it was still goofy. It was
You're
still
like
good.
the biggest mech fan too. Like, that ruined it for you.
I'm a Gundam guy. Yeah.
My bad. My bad. You like them to be one with the suit. I'm sorry. You're right here.
I also I was so fucking cocky with my Gundam watching that I was like, yeah, I've seen every episode of Gundam. Like, get on my level. And then I realized I completely forgot. I've only watched the main canon timeline of Gundam, right? So there's
Yeah.
like the main timeline of Gundam, and then there's a bunch of like either branching timelines or completely separate universes. Like, there's a whole
Right.
ass Gundam series about like they're not at war, they're not like space mechs fighting, but it's kids with toys and they build their Gundams and they put them and it's like Beyblade, and then an actual giant robot that comes out and fights like as like a competition that they
So
control.
on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your Gundam knowledge?
On the main timeline, probably
Yeah.
like a 6.5, 7.
All right, let's test it. Born on Side 2, he survived the fate of the colony from the Xeon G3 gas attack. Filled with hatred towards Xeon, he entered officer training school, eventually graduating. Who is he?
Char Aznavour. Or
What?
I'm sorry, that's his fake name. Ah,
What's his
shit.
name?
I can't remember his actual name because the real Char Aznavour was killed and he assumed the role. And the one dude found him out. This is in a movie. The movie's really fucking good, and like there's hardly any Gundam in it. But
Was his name Ensign? Any chance?
I can't remember his original name.
Was Ensign? Was that it?
I couldn't tell you.
Can I remember? Okay. All right. So we can see that it's a 6.5. Next question.
Yeah.
We're going. That was that. Okay. Wait.
That's Gundam. That's from
Yeah.
Gundam Origins. I know that much.
Was the colony where Kara lived? Oh, what was the colony that Kara lived, which was owned by the Kingdom of the Orb? Hey,
Colony
6.5.
Colony 13.
Fuck no.
Fuck.
Neolopolis.
I didn't fucking.
Last
Also,
one. This is super small one.
I think you're literally
George
pulling.
Gabriel. George Gabriel Sand was a French novelist and a real life person. Wait a minute.
Go on.
That's the question. This is a terrible fucking.
I don't know where the fuck you pulled that from.
170 Gundam questions. We had like 168 to go. All right, back to topic though. Back to you. So you said main timeline.
No, this is just about it. I think the thing that makes it good is the fact that it is the DC characters, and the only reason I would keep watching it is to just be like, oh, how are they going to react in the next episode as DC characters
Yeah.
in an anime world?
Yeah.
Which other than that, it's just kind of goofy. I like that they take a more comedic beat with it too.
Yeah.
Because one of the dudes from the original squad that they sent in, who is working for the organization, or I forgot what the fuck the organization's name is, the people that set up, they sent agents with the Suicide Squads to just monitor them and like keep them on track of their mission, right?
Yeah.
And one of the dudes was captured and put in prison, so they broke him out of prison, and one of the, because this world, they speak a different language, So one of the dudes.
I mean, usually that happens when you get isekai. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the dudes approached him, and he was like, "I've been practicing I've been picking up things here and there on their language. So I think I can communicate with them." And the dude's communicating with them. He's just insulting him the entire time because he learned the language from what prisoners were saying to each other.
That's funny as
Bro
fuck.
had no idea. So it's good in that aspect. It's definitely just good.
It's
like,
for sure like a happy anime is what you're saying. Like like a cheerful anime. Yeah.
It's nothing to like write home about. Like, this is the greatest fucking thing I've ever seen.
It really like it was always funny, but it took a turn in like the second movie where it was like it was more of a happy movie than anything. Like there really wasn't a lot of depressing shit going on except for the Harley situation in that second part of the movie. But it was like funny as fuck and happy most of the time.
So did they did 2 and then rebooted it a third time, or?
I have no idea. I watched 2. My favorite part about 2 was the fucking weasel. You know the one like where they fucking go on that mission and like Pete Davidson looks at it. He's like, "What the fuck is that?" And it's the fucking weasel.
Weasel. And then he survived. He survived at the end of it all.
But no, what cracked me up is when they all jump in the water and the weasel can't swim.
Yeah.
Shit had me crying, bro. That fucking motherfucker was hilarious. I don't know if they rebooted it though. I can't fucking remember.
That was the reboot because that's the one with
the
the giant star alien.
Yeah, 1, 2, and then they had a Peacemaker on Amazon.
Dude. Peacemaker, Peacemaker in the anime is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I haven't seen. Yeah, I gotta look at it. It's probably dope. But yeah, that shit was funny.
So, transitioning into like, since we're talking about anime, did you see The First Descendant? That game?
Oh, with the big booty?
I did not know that just came out today, so that's instantly what I'm gonna download, because we were talking about earlier how
it's already downloaded, dog.
how I've been gaming drought and just like nothing on it seems interesting right now.
You can't say that. We were just on X Defiant's dick for like fucking 3 weeks straight. I'm still on.
Yeah, I guess it's just
it did kind of die down a little bit, I would say. A tiny bit. I'm still fucking with it heavy, but I do want something to spice that game up. Like they need to, they're real active on that game, but they need to add more shit to it. Like that's why I told you, like that camo grind would really help people stay in it.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
It was in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like right now it's pretty stale. If you had a camo grind, it would help out.
Yeah, like I straight up took a break from X Defiant to complete the COD limited time events, you know, to get like the camos and the blueprints. That shit, well, because the Gundam event came out. Back to Gundam. The Gundam event came out a week after X Defiant came out, and I was like, well, I can't play X Defiant now. I gotta get all the Gundam related stuff. And that just kind of just took me away from it, because then after that they came out with another event and then another event, and it's just like, oh my god, I'm mad. I like the limited time events, but I also don't at the same time, because it's like if you don't play and get this camo, then you're never gonna have this camo ever again.
Yeah, and it's also like sometimes the XP you have to get for certain camos is out of this world. Like unless you're fucking full time playing the game, it's like really hard to get some of the shit. Like I remember the lava camo. I forget what it was. I think it was.
Like, I got that one. Yeah, I got that one.
You got that shit?
Yeah, I did it in like 2 days.
Wasn't that like 1,000,000 XP or some shit like that? Some crazy shit.
If you apply double XP, it counts towards that. So I just put double XP tokens down and just played for like 2 days straight.
Yeah,
but that was 2 days where I literally did nothing but play COD, and that really is not fun.
I didn't have that time. I was fucking. Was that the day? Was that the week you had 3 days off?
Maybe.
I think that was that. Yeah, that's right. You were grinding.
So fucking First Descendant looks interesting. I don't know if this is true because
You've already bad.
No.
Looks interesting, booty. And
Listen,
that is
man.
why you joined on this.
The first time I saw them do the character showcase, I immediately commented, I was like, well, Rule 34 is going to have fun with this one.
Yeah, for real. It's cool, though. I'm not going to
lie. They're gonna take Overwatch's spot in the hub scene.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they're going to be one by the end of the week.
So
I think it's actually cool. I think that like the butt, no, like all jokes aside, I think the butt does take away a little bit from the gameplay and like the game look, because it actually does look really good.
Yeah,
like,
it
what's
looks
this,
really.
what's that one game? You know who Afro Senju is?
No.
He played this one game. It was like Astro something, and it was like this girl. Well, to be fair, it was mostly booty physics.
Are we
But
talking about?
the game?
We talking about Stellar Blade?
Stellar Blade, yeah, Stellar
Yeah.
Blade. The you see, yeah. The game itself
Yeah.
does look
Look
dope,
good.
and but I will say like their main attraction is the female. I think on the Descendants, like the characters look good, but the game itself I think does look better. Like it
Yeah,
draws
I
more
see
of
what you mean.
attention. You know what I'm
I
saying?
literally I just came up with this topic as I was taking my dump before we started, and I just found it, and like when I typed it on, because I saw on TikTok that the game came out, and I was like, before I
Yeah.
even knew the game came out, I was like, I'm just gonna download it just to see what it's like. And then I saw it dropped. I was like, oh shit, I could do that today and download it tonight, live stream it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But then I pulled it up on Google, and it says. The First Descendant is a free-to-play looter shooter that also incorporates action RPG elements, and that is the part that I didn't know. I thought it was going to be like a hero shooter like Overwatch, based on
That's what I
the
thought so,
trailers.
too.
Yeah, no, this sounds
When I
way
seen it in
more.
the trailers, it looked like that too.
This sounds way more interesting and a little more casual, which is
Well, I'll
good.
be playing it today, so I'll give you insight on it, on how I think about it.
Oh, you already have it downloaded? Like actually?
Oh,
I thought you were just joking. Yeah, no, I thought you were just goofing around.
Play it tonight. See tonight.
Oh shit! All right. Yeah, because I'm looking for something to just like, lean back and just
I'm
grind
simple
out.
ape. You know, I'm simple ape. See,
Neuron activation.
yeah, right. the frontal lobe just expanded. It was like, oh shit,
Monkey.
Right, bro. It don't take a lot for me to download that game. Yeah, it was. We're gonna see tonight how it is.
You ever play Code Vein? You've never played Code Vein. Do you like Dark Souls?
Bro, I'm like the biggest Elden Ring fan.
Okay. This came out forever ago, and it was like, I don't remember if they just didn't advertise or like if it just came out before I even fucking paid attention to it. But Code Vein is like anime Dark Souls, and I'm pretty sure it's by FromSoft. If
Oh, yeah,
not,
I've never heard of this.
if not, they have the Bandai.
Yeah, this is new to me. I've never heard
Studio.
of this. When did it come out?
The same Bandai studio that did Dark Souls 2. I don't even know when it came out. What was do you have it pulled up?
Yeah, let's see. Code Vein.
It's on Game Pass if you have Game Pass. I don't know. Or it was on Game Pass. Either way, I bought it.
Oh, nobody really talks about this game. Holy shit.
Yeah, September.
2019. Usually it's like on the homepage. I had to scroll a little bit for that.
Yeah, 9 out of 10. Look at that rating.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It straight up is like Dark Souls but anime. It's a little bit easier than Dark Souls because you have like ultimate abilities you can use that really boost the play through it. But the second boss in that game, because it's not necessarily linear, but there's like this like urban city setting, and the boss is like this like poison, like butterfly lady type shit, and she does poison damage. She does poison damage to you, and you have to have, if you don't have antidotes, if you get hit with that attack once, it just drains your health. And that boss I was stuck on for like, I want to say like 4 hours. Me and Keaton were both taking turns on that boss, and then he had to go take a dump, and I beat it while he was taking a dump.
See, that's why I keep watching like Shadow of the Earth Tree, like the DLC that came out for Elden Ring. Keep watching like videos on it about like C-Reacts and shit. I'm not gonna lie, dude spent 5 hours on that boss. I am scared shitless to buy that DLC. Like, I'm fucking scared, bro. I don't want to buy that game and just compete with this guy for 7 hours. You know what I'm saying? 10 hours. That shit.
It makes me wonder too. It's like if you just grind out and like make yourself OP as hell, if it'll be just as hard.
I don't know. Maybe. I heard like the people that were already like OP as fuck going into that. I think it kind of levels you out a little bit because they said it was hard no matter what.
Okay, so yeah, it's
and
probably
they went into it prepared. You know what I'm saying?
It scales. It scales based.
Yeah, I think it scales you. Yeah, I think if you go into it, you're getting scaled once you go in there.
Yeah,
like, Somebody came out with a DLC weapon. Like he came back to the regular Elden Ring game. And then this guy just like swipes at him in one shot and kills him. He's like, all you hear is like, "Oh shit, you've been in the DLC." This fucking gets
Oh
me.
no.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you that TikTok later. That shit had me crying. But yeah, I think it scares the hell out of you because no matter what, everybody says it was tough.
Okay. That's good.
So they make you a good boy. They let you know you're not him.
You are not indeed him.
You are indeed not him.
So, gaming, Black Ops 6. Oh, I don't like that face.
Stay there.
Listen,
They're advertising it really well.
this is the problem. I think the reason I have not been into any games that I have downloaded, and I open up my library and I just stare at it and just like, you know, like is because I want to play Black Ops 6 more than anything in the world right now. After what I've been seeing about it, because I watched a few YouTubers talk about their, because they released the whole thing about like what they're doing or whatever, but it's the zombies section specifically.
Yeah, I agree with you on this. Yeah,
they're launching with 2 maps, so it's not just going to be 1, there's going to be 2, because Cold War fucked up and only gave us 2. They only gave us 4 fucking maps for Cold War. They did a whole season of no deals. They did 2 whole seasons of no fucking zombies maps.
Stay on top.
What the
He's about to rant about the other game.
So
I agree with. Let me interrupt real quick. I agree with you about the zombies. I think the zombies looks amazing. I think well, it sounds amazing. I don't think I've seen any gameplay on it yet, but it sounds amazing from what they're saying. Like you said, we got 2 maps and shit. What I am scared of is the movement in the game.
the Omni movement.
The Omni movement. That shit is scary to me because I'm already getting cooked and they're only moving on 2 axes. I can't imagine if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, bro. Like, I'm gonna get rocked. I lost an ear. He's gonna be on his back, fucking the side and shit. Like, I'm gonna get rocked, and I'm not ready for that shit, bro.
I think it'll be fine if they limit your stamina. Like, if you can't just like.
I mean, technically they already limit your stamina, and I'm still getting cooked, so I don't know.
No, they don't, because real life, if you jump 4 times in a row, you're gonna be tired after the 4th jump. Especially fully kitted out in military gear, you're gonna be fucking tired. There's no reason you should be able to bunny hop 8 times in a row while spinning and shooting.
Well, they nerfed that in Modern Warfare 3 because they see that the bunny hopping was a problem. So your initial out of the slide jump right into the bunny hop, that first one is still normal, but then the one after that is really decreased. So they have that already, but you're still because of the camera and how you see him last and he's seeing you first. It still fucks you up. You know what I'm saying? I think the bunny hopping in general should be out of the game, not out of the game, but like decreased. More.
Well, because if you play like OG COD, that's not a thing. You jump more than 3 times, it's nothing. And that was back when you didn't need to rely on movement. It was all about gunplay skill, you know.
I want to shoot more than anything, and that's why I enjoy more X Defiant. Like, there is a little bit of movement in X Defiant, which is cool, but it's not impeding in the gun, the gun shit of the game. Yeah, the gun skill of the game.
So I think Omni movement will, if anything, make it more fluid between movement.
Yeah, and that was another thing though. I was worried about it not being fluid. I feel like it's like their first time using it. I feel like it's gonna be a little choppy.
With the way it looks, it's just like, you know, this is tech that's been in games before. You know, it's not just it's not just coming out of nowhere. Especially like Helldivers can do it just fine with the way your character moves in Helldivers. But in terms of zombies, they're talking about like Cold War they didn't even get to do everything they wanted to do with Cold War zombies, and I really fucking love Cold War zombies. And the other thing they noted,
Cold War Zombies was cold. I was on that one a lot with my friends.
It was fun upgrading perks and having to play to get your perks better. And even when you were maxed out, then you have the camo grind to work towards. Because at first I was like, oh, that's kind of lame. You could just start with any weapon. But they balanced it well with that weapon's only going to be good till like round 10 unless you
after
upgrade
round 10,
it.
it's
unless
shitty.
you upgrade it, and you have to get salvage and scrap to upgrade it, and it kept the pacing feeling the same as playing zombies starting out with the pistol, you know. But it also worked because then any gun that's shitty can be great to a certain extent.
And also having their own unique maps and shit.
So having all of that into the gameplay and them saying that wasn't all we wanted to do is insane. They also noted how people were complaining about the lack of character interaction that has been missing since they introduced operators as, you know, your zombies players. So I don't know if they're actually going to have a main cast of people, but that's what it seems like it's going to be.
I would like that. I like the lore in Black Ops fucking zombies. You know what I'm saying? I love like what's it called? The Russian
Nikolai.
What's his name? Nikolai. I love Nikolai.
Yeah.
I love all the motherfuckers, man. Like this, I never really got to enjoy Black Ops that much when I was younger, like zombies, because I was scared shitless to play it by myself. But like whenever I got to play it with friends, like just the like hearing them say shit all the time, it was interesting. Like you're barricading a fucking wall and some shit. He's saying some funny shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes the game more fun to play. You know what I'm saying? Instead of dead silence and all you hear is zombies ready to eat your ass. You know what I'm saying? It's just,
and there's the occasional like quip that they pulled straight from multiplayer.
Right. Right. So I think getting 4 main players again, like a cast, that'd be good for the like.
Or at the bare minimum, take the extra step for every time you have a new operator, record extra voice lines for zombies specifically.
That's too much for them. All the DLCs they pump out, that's too much for them. Not DLC, but skins.
Yes, but if you could have them, if they would just care about the community for 1 minute, have them, because Apex does it no problem. You don't need 50 fucking operators. You don't need 50 different people to play as, especially if you don't have characters tied to abilities. Like in Apex, it's understandable because it's like you got Revenant and Revenant does his thing, and then you got Bloodhound and Bloodhound does his thing. No, in Call of Duty it's operator. The only difference between Captain Price and Soap are the voice lines.
Yeah.
And if you want more customization and more variety, then you just give them more skins. You don't need to make 50 fucking characters and then give each character
just give
50
one character more. That's totally true. Give one character more skins. He still has the same quips and lines and shit.
If you did 10 operators on each faction, each representing, you know, because COD wants to be inclusive, so you have people from, you know, this diversity to that diversity on each operator, on each faction, and then when you play zombies, it'll be 10 to 10. So that's 20 characters of voice lines you have to create. And they could do what Apex does, where certain characters in the lore, if they have a history together, they will say unique, specific quips to each other as you're playing. Yeah. So, like, let's say you boot up to zombies and you're playing as Woods and your friend's playing as Mason. Now you got Woods and Mason interacting with each other as you're killing zombies. Right. You know, and I'm a goddamn onion, Mason. You know, just fucking throw that line in there.
Yeah, hell yeah, they gotta. That'd be dope to throw in there. Okay, just it takes the bare minimum sometimes, which they don't want to do.
Yeah.
Just get in there, give everybody a line, and that would also help with them not pumping out so much shit on the store.
Yeah.
And people, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like people just keeping the same operators, and if they want new skins on top of it. But what I also want is them to focus more on gun skins. Like gun skins as of lately has been so fucking ass. Like give me a reactive camo that I've never seen before. You know what I'm saying? The grind camos are cool too. You know what I'm saying? But give me. That's why I wanted that lava one so bad, because I thought that one was hard for a limited time.
It's pretty cool.
It's dope.
Did you get the lava camo, or you still not have it?
Oh, I didn't have the time. I told you. That's when I was working. I was working doubles at Bourbon.
Fuck! You should have just had somebody set up FaceTime in front of your computer, and then you just I don't know, like controller. That
should have hired you to play for the last day.
Oh, I could have signed into your account.
Yeah. I've been banned when I came back.
Just spamming the gamer word.
Yeah.
The chat gets you banned. Oh man. So they're focused on actually making it just oh my god, dude, the campaign, the way they're talking about the campaign is everything. It takes place on the timeline right after Cold War, but before Black Ops 2, but during or after the flashbacks in Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
We're going after.
They're cooking.
They're
cooking with that
they
shit,
got,
man.
They got Mr. I did not have sexual relations with that girl in the fucking in the story, along with George Bush, and
I did not touch that girl.
they got.
I didn't do it.
They got the two presidents that everybody has built conspiracies on, and their campaign was literally "The Truth Lies," and it's all the monuments spray painted. When they take that much
Mount
passion,
Rushmore, when that Mount Rushmore was spray painted over, and then like you see like the helicopters, and then it's like a news anchor, and then all you see is "The Truth Lies." I'm like, duh, they're cooking with things. I've never seen this much effort put into a trailer
when you can
this long in any Call of Duty in the last like 4 years.
When you can see the passion about that, because like look at the MW3 campaign, they were just like, oh, it's open world, like look at this, and they just showed generic action scene. But no, this is like. They didn't before they even showed any gameplay. They showed a story, without even telling a story, which is just,
that's like because like the last couple of fucking Call of Duties in general, like I think 2019 was like this. It's just like a montage of the game. It's like the shooting and shit, and then like some music behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like all we got to offer this year is just the gameplay and that shit.
Yeah.
Fucking Vanguard was the same way. Just again another montage of them shooting. You know what I'm saying? And now we get to this, and they're actually you see John F. Kennedy fucking in that bitch. You see Bush. They're all. You see Mount Rushmore. Actually, have you seen? There's like a website you could go to, and it's like a website of the TV, and you could like click around, and every website has its own thing.
And they have cryptic
so
messages.
Much.
They have the Illuminati as part of the story. Like, dude,
they're cooking this time. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was really impressed with how much shit they thought.
It's gonna have branching decisions too, just like Black Ops 2. So your decisions are gonna impact the story, like how Black Ops 2 had multiple endings, which is gonna be awesome. So, like, it creates replayability because you're going to beat it and you're just going to be like, well, shit. And then it's going to be like...
Did I miss an Easter egg or something?
You're going to have to go on YouTube, the true best ending, you know, you can get...
They're bringing back Easter eggs, too.
Yeah.
They said that shit. They're bringing back Easter eggs. So, in that Zombies, we're going to have years of shit that later that we're going to figure out about. And it's like, oh, shit, I never seen this. You know what I'm saying? So, they're cooking. They're in the lab. I'm excited. Multiplayer, I'm not that excited for the campaign and zombies. I'm happy as fuck.
That's the thing too. Like, I'm literally just buying it for campaign and zombies. Yeah. Even if the campaign was ass, I'm still gonna be happy with zombies, just because the round-based grind is just fun. Yeah. I don't know what it is. It's just fun.
I think the campaign is gonna be dope though. I think it's gonna be amazing. I'm just really scared for the multiplayer in general. I'm not excited.
I guarantee it's gonna be fine, and they're gonna bring back Nuketown again.
So. Oh yeah, that's a fat plus. That's a fat plus.
But yeah,
let's believe when I'm done with the campaign, because I'm not letting anybody bother me. I'm straight playing the campaign first.
I always stream.
Campaign.
So for those of you watching right now, I always stream the COD campaigns all the way through in one sitting, and it's a wacky time. Last year's MW3 did not go that great, but the Modern Warfare 2 was hilarious. That campaign was fun to play on stream. What was I going to say about it? I usually drink when I play COD campaigns, but I might actually stay sober for this campaign because I want to just absorb everything that's helping. I mean, I enjoy it, but like, it's just I want to absorb and be coherent when certain things happen and just soak up all of the information, all of the hidden things like a sponge. Because with Black Ops 2 and even the first Black Ops, there's just so many things hidden in the background that you didn't notice happening, and you like, if you ever watch a lore breakdown video on like the campaigns, they're super fucking deep, and it's just like, well, this is how this might actually tie into zombies, you know?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be like, just like you, I'm gonna be sober as fuck, paying attention to this
we're gonna get Saddam Hussein again. there is okay, so COD loves to stir up controversy, and they've done great ways of doing it in the past with the infamous terminal, no Russian mission. And there's only one way you could possibly top that, and it's rumored to be in this campaign, And if they have the chutzpah to do this shit,
They got the hook too.
if they put the hook to and spin on that thing, I will be beyond blown away if they pull this off and don't receive some sort of lawsuits or some sort of cancellation backlash. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If they pull this shit off and actually do this like it is rumored, it will be the craziest thing in gaming history.
I'm gonna have to fucking Google this because I don't know what you're talking about, but I want to now. I don't know. Can you tell me what is rumored?
It's rumored that there is going to be a 9/11 mission where you are working as whoever was there to destroy the Twin Towers.
I was born in New York, bro.
Oh my god. Could you imagine?
That makes sense though. That makes sense. That ties in with
Black
shit. That ties in. That ties
Black Ops is a real thing and is a real division of the CIA. And they deal they deal with all of the conspiracy things that are conspiracies until the documents get released. And it turns out, well, they actually did that shit, right? That's the Black Ops. They do that often. So like, if they go into 9/11, it's going to be the conspiracy. The mission's gonna open. You're talking to Bush, and he's gonna be sending you. He's gonna be like, "All right, go blow it up, boys." That's
gonna be cool. Hey,
that's not good in light of the tragedy, but
no. Obviously, that was a terrible date. So I'm letting that be known. That was, you know what I'm saying, but. That would be a cool mission, you know what I'm saying? It is history at the end of the day. That'd be a cool mission. Because the terminal mission is still talked about to this day. Like, you fucking all come out of that elevator.
Nothing will ever top no Russian.
Yeah. All
except
LMGs in all your hands.
Except this. If they do this, it will just be something that you can't necessarily say is a good thing, but it's never been done before in gaming, and it's super fucking bold.
I could just think about the fire shit, like the buildings coming down. You got
it's gonna be like
window and shit, you know?
It's gonna be the first person view, and the arms are gonna be flailing on the screen.
Exactly, bro. You coming out with a parachute and shit,
bust through the window.
That'd be tough, man. That'd be tough.
Oh,
but
God.
It was a bad day.
It was a bad day.
Yeah,
you know.
But the game though, it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope.
It's just it's just. People have been already referencing it for years, so I mean.
And then, like, right when you're done with the mission, like, nobody knows at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody knows what happened. And imagine, like, right after that game comes out, we actually got like a
release document
from the government. Release document saying, yeah, we did that.
9/11 was an inside job, false flag operation.
I don't think they're ever gonna release that one.
Well, what's crazy too is there is a scene in the trailer of Adler riding a dirt bike away from the White House. And there's a bunch of police and a lot of chaos going on. And what else happened during 9/11 was the Pentagon attack. So, like, that might tie into, what's going on. If they don't do the whole Twin Towers thing, which I understand why they wouldn't do, because that's kind of ridiculous to do.
Yeah. That is true.
But if they did that, it would be, the COD would just sit there being like, we have money, what are you going to do about it, type thing,
Like, okay, realistically, though, like, who could have sued them over that?
A lot of victims.
Like the state of New York or something? Oh, the victims? Okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, victims' families and everything.
They probably not going to do that shit then. But if they did...
But that's the rumor.
They did. I'm mad about it.
If they don't do that full thing, they'll at least probably have some mention of it thrown in there. In regards to, like, that DC mission where Adler's riding away on a dirt bike.
I could just see if we make it big, this is gonna bite us in the ass. we're gonna pull this shit up, and we're gonna be like.
Full disclaimer: we're just talking about rumors that were posted by COD leakers.
We're not saying anything, that like we want that or anything.
But I can see why they would do it and why they wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I can see why Call of Duty would think that's okay. Me though.
What if the whole mission with Adler riding his dirt bike away from the White House is because he caught Bill Clinton? He's like, oh shit, I gotta tell everybody. He's like, no, you get back here. Let's make some white water. Oh god.
Clint's a funny guy, you know.
So if COD did that, it would stir up a lot of controversy, and there's been a lot of controversy with Call of Duty related things.
Real shit. Like personally, now that you put it in that perspective, like victims to and stuff, I
Yeah,
don't.
yeah,
That's because there's a lot of victims of that day.
yeah,
Like on the real, like it is a sad day. So I don't just in the respect of the people that you know what I'm saying it happened to.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think they're such a big organization. Maybe in the beginning, like when they started off, I think that was a time to be bold and do that shit. But now, you know what I'm saying, with how much money they
But
have and shit.
I think it's all just a big game. It would be literally just for shits and giggles. And if
Yeah.
anything, they're gonna do what they did with the No Russian mission. Have a disclaimer
Yeah.
before you start the campaign. Hey, do you want to participate in this mission, and make it optional? And that would be any way they get out of
Yeah, I
whatever
mean,
they're
you
doing.
know, like to be fair though, like every Call of Duty game in general, you know what I'm saying, like is based on some fucked up shit that happened in the past. You know, like,
Or
we
the
have
future.
A literal game. We have a literal game called World War II. Don't get worse than that. That was one of the worst ones. You know?
I remember storming D-Day at the first mission of COD World War II, and I was like, "Oh my god, I didn't even think about this." Like, because some dude just blew up in front of me, and he's covered in blood. I'm like, "This
Yeah.
actually happened." Oh my
this
god.
happened. So if there was a time to sue, that was the one. So
Yeah.
maybe they might do it. Actually, maybe they might go through with this.
Well, I just sat through all last week watching Band of Brothers. I don't know if you've ever seen that show.
Nah.
Oh, dude, it's such a good show. It's about World War II, and I'm about to watch The Pacific soon, but it's about Easy Company, and they're like paratroopers from World War II. And back then, you couldn't control where your parachute goes. You just jump out the plane, and wherever you're falling is where you're falling. So you know you can't really dodge things coming at you. So the show's about them. They get dropped off in World War II, and just like from the anxiety of like seeing them sit in the plane before they like drop on D-Day, and they're just like bouncing around. Like some people are nervous, some dudes are asleep, some dudes don't give a fuck. They're like smoking a cigarette, and they're leaning out the window or out the door because the door's open for them to parachute out. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna kill a bunch of Nazi bastards." You know, he's got that look on his face.
I just seen this TikTok today. it was about Gen Z in World War III. And it was like, dude, were you spectating that collapse? I just got.
Oh no.
And then one of the comments is like, me when my friend killed a family of 5, and so.
Oh. Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about though. It's so fucked up.
It's just like the emoji
God.
of the guy sitting there like.
It's just
Oh my
dumbfounded.
god.
Alright, I'm gonna go pee really quick, and we'll get on to the final topic I had.
It was what somehow we go. Well, I'll just be y'all chat. There was one where he killed somebody. He was like, chat, clip that. I can't. Oh my god. Oh Jesus. How you doing, chat? Good. All right. You going piss?
So, Call of Duty controversies.
Wait. Before, did you hear what I said before you left?
No, I did not.
There was one where the guy killed somebody in the video, in like the TikTok video, and then he said, "Chat, clip that." In World War III. So yeah, but I'm gonna send you that TikTok later. That shit had me crying. Like that stuff was hilarious. Yeah, like you said, past wars and future wars, and you know,
Yeah,
if there's
yeah.
any time to get sued, I feel like it would have been happened. So maybe they might do it.
Well, that just like all of the literature that has come out around 9/11, or like not fanfic, but like fiction books regarding conspiracies and all that.
Yeah.
Like it's a very real thing. It's just it's educational, if anything.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. I mean, like, I feel like if they did have it in the game, that could be like what they could say it's an education. Like,
Yeah.
Because it is past.
Yeah.
It happened.
Like we
Not all of
literally
it.
like World War II, millions of people died, and World War One, millions of people died, and those are both in video games, and you're just kind of replaying through those events.
And I feel
anyways,
like it kind of gives kids more respect.
Oh, dude,
Those people went.
I've always
respected veterans.
Yeah,
Shit.
no, 100%. And like World War II especially, like I always knew it was like bad, obviously, but actually watching Band of Brothers all the way through and just like you get so involved with like the characters very very well. Like the character writing is really good, and there's a lot fucking Jimmy Fallon, isn't it?
How the fuck is Jimmy Fallon in it?
He is
the late night show host.
He is a good actor. Holy shit! It just doesn't seem like Jimmy Fallon whenever he's on screen. It's so awesome.
But you do know he was on SNL, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he acted for a while. He was in movies and shit. Yeah.
But like seeing him do like serious bits, you know.
Oh, like a serious type of.
Yeah. Oh, there goes my camera. Oh wow! Would you look at that? Oh, one second.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? What do you think is the worst? Like, what made you realize how bad World War II was? Was that like something that they had in the show that you was like, oh damn, that's fucking cruel?
It's just like being part of the experience is what it's like. Watching Band of Brothers, it really like I said, I was watching them preparing to jump. You know.
Yeah.
Fuck, where's the little live thing? I was watching them prepare to jump, and they're sitting in the airplane, you know, on D-Day, flying over enemy lines. Just like I could see it on their faces, and I actually felt the anxiety myself. I don't know how, but like just sitting there, I'm just like,
yeah, no. Imagine just how nerve-wracking that shit is. Like you're going into something knowing that you're gonna get fucking shot. You know that you're probably gonna die. Let's be honest, because no matter what, it's bullets coming in back and forth.
Oh like, no, dude! And then
they cut the airsoft. I'm getting hit, and those bullets are going slower than
flinching.
Yeah, bro, I'm flinching hard.
So it cuts to a plane too, where there's like a group of dudes, and their plane gets shot, and the whole plane just gets engulfed in flames, and all those dudes ready to jump out. They're waiting for the green light to jump out. Where if I was the dude in front, I would have said, fuck it. As soon as I felt the fire, I would have jumped anyways. Regardless, it's like, I'm going to die if I don't jump anyways. So, but they just, like, let it happen. They just got engulfed into the flames, and then that plane went down, and I was just, like, watching. I was like, that's 20 people that just died right there.
Yeah.
And that happened constantly. And there's another scene where the one dude who becomes the major, I can't remember their names off the top of my head, but he becomes major after he takes out like a battalion of German soldiers, but he like sprints towards where they were like having like a stalemate at, and there hadn't been gunfire for a while, so he sprints at them, and he's like, everybody else follow me when the red smoke goes. So he throws the smoke bomb halfway through as he's still sprinting. They're waiting for the red smoke. He hops over, and he sees one soldier who notices him, and the soldier turns and looks at him, and it's a fucking kid. And he just shoots the kid right there. And I just, like, not only that, to think of, they don't mention this in the show, but also all of those German all those German soldiers were on meth. You know?
What?
Yeah. They were all...
To keep them up or something?
Yes, to keep them up, to make them more aggressive and better. It was like the super soldier pill in the German army. Fuck.
Yeah, that's what they thought it was.
There was an original. There's an actual, they like had a prescription name for it. I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyway, so like to think about it, like not only was that kid like just gunned down in cold blood, because the kid did not have a chance. He just kind of turned and he looked at him and he kind of smiled and was like I'm unarmed, like, you know, and there's also like a whole like platoon behind me, and he just gets gunned down anyways. Oh, you gotta watch it, dude. It's so good.
Kids in the battlefield is so tough, man. Because
Yeah.
I do understand, like, you know what I'm saying, like it's just.
Well, here's the difference.
But you don't want, because some of those kids are trained like to act innocent and shit, and then you know what I'm saying, when you turn around, shoot you, like, so it's so like personally, that's why I know I can never go into work, because doing something like that, I don't have the balls for that.
Yeah, well,
like, fuck, man, I can't do it.
In on the U.S. side, kids would join and they would lie about their age, like they were making their own conscious decisions to join. But on the German side, they didn't have a choice. They were just like, "Nah, you're getting."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's tough,
you don't get
bro.
to say no.
Kid's young. He doesn't even know the fuck he's doing. He's fucking forced into this.
So what the Germans called the drug was Pervitin, and
Pervitin?
it was just like a tablet.
Pretty sure I heard
of,
that in Zombies.
It was methamphetamine, a tablet form, which is fucking wild.
Yeah, and so after a while, enough of that, they were probably acting really weird, right?
Oh no, 100%.
Because I mean, if you're doing that every night, you know what I'm saying?
World War II is the reason methamphetamines became like an addictive drug, because a bunch of the German soldiers got addicted to it, and it was just like, you know, they're like, okay, well now we're just gonna do this for fun.
After war, they just like, I don't want to stop.
Same with morphine, because there's a lot of morphine in Band of Brothers, because the medics carried morphine on them and they did Mr. Morphine, and there's a point in the war where they're in winter and they're just pinned down in the trenches and they can't really do shit because it's snowing and they're low on supplies. So the medic's running around asking everybody if they have morphine on them so he can collect it for if he needs to treat somebody. And one of the soldiers was like, "You're not using this for personal like use, right?" He's like, "No, like I need it to heal soldiers." But like that was the thing, people would take morphine for their injuries and then they'd go back, because if you got shot, you weren't going home. You would wait for that to heal and then you go right back on the battlefield.
What the fuck?
Yeah. A lot of these soldiers in Easy Company were like shot 4 or 5 times,
and they were still going out.
They were still going out there. Yeah, including the one dude. The one dude got shot in the ass. It was so fucking funny.
You know, it's crazy how much shit that like back in the day people fell for. That was like healthy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like cigarettes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people
yeah.
back then really
They all had
cigarettes were okay.
That's
like,
the other thing too, because I quit smoking like
indoors and shit. You know.
I'm on like 3 months of like barely vaping. I hit a vape like whenever our friends are around. They're like, "Hey, you want to hit this?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." But in my own time, I don't vape anymore. So seeing all the scenes, because they're constantly smoking cigarettes and all of the scenes, I'm just like, man, I could go for a smoke right now.
Yeah, it's the truth, man. Like, they really had people believing that shit was healthy for you.
Mm-hmm.
They went to court about it and everything. You know? And like, it's crazy how much shit that you back in the day thought was good for you that's not even close to good for you.
But yeah, so soldiers would take lots of morphine, and some of them became just recreationally dependent on it.
Probably some of them just didn't die from the meth in general.
Dude, a lot of people in World War II also died, like, not even because of war, which also really fucking sucks.
Not even what?
Not even because of war. Like, not even because they were fighting conflicts. Like, it's just somebody being stupid and careless.
Yeah.
Like, there was a lot of drinking that went on, and one dude shot another guy because he was drunk,
Yeah, to be fair, though, like...
one dude was on his...
I would not be able to do it sober. I'll tell you that.
That's true.
If I'm going into war, I'm not doing that shit sober. I know I'm gonna get shot, bro. I'm gonna get shot having a good time.
Oh, but
I'm not going out there, bitch.
Like, the one dude, he was cleared to go home, so he was on his way home, and then he was struck by a drunk... This was after the war had ended, and he was on his way home and was struck by a drunk driver of the same, like, battalion. And he didn't die, thank God, but he was, like, injured for a while and had like, a long recovery.
You know how mad I'd be, bro, if I went to war, came out perfectly unscathed, and the homie with the Jeep that would piss me the fuck off, bro. I'd be like, I really made it through war, and you're the guy that took my leg out. Fuck you.
Yeah.
File a lawsuit on him. Get my money and my methamphetamine. I'm getting both.
Give me my Pervitin.
Right. Give me my Percocets.
We're prescribing you Pervitin. What?
Now,
Doctor.
You prescribing me that good shit. All right.
Doctor, what? So,
Yeah.
this all tangent from Call of Duty. Definitely watch Band of Brothers if you haven't.
Yeah.
It's one of those. It's one of those shows that I think should be shown in schools everywhere too, for sure.
Yeah.
Like in high school. Kitty.
Say I smokes.
Fucking Ross from Friends is in it.
Oh really?
Yeah, lots of people are in it.
I love Ross from Friends.
Yeah. Fucking the dude who plays Malloy in the Orville, or he plays the dad in the TV show. He's in Band of Brothers. He looks so young in that, and I was like, whoa, holy crap! I had to double.
How long ago was this made? Band of Brothers.
90s, early 2000s. I don't know.
Oh, so this
exactly.
is okay. So this is when Jimmy Neutron's career started. Then.
Yeah, it did, but it holds up. It holds up. It's so good. Each episode's an hour. There's 10 episodes. They open each episode with one of the actual veterans who survived talking about it. So
That's
like
dope.
everything that happens in the show like is mostly true, like actually happened, which is also crazy. So COD controversies and COD players that have controversies. Mr. Dr. Diddler himself.
Dr. Disrespect. Because I'm gonna be honest, out of all the diddlers that I could have assumed were diddlers,
All the diddlers that did diddle.
yeah, all the diddlers that didn't diddle, you know what I'm saying? That's a tongue twister. But I had him at the lowest of the list. I was like, Dr. Disrespect, the two-timer, Mr. 1998-99 back-to-back champion, would not be diddling with no kids. He's got more important things to do. He's got to train for Pac-Man to be the Pac-Man GOAT for next year. You know, I really expected more out of him. Turns out he's the biggest diddler of them all. You know, she was 16, damn near not even 17.
I wouldn't say the biggest, but what he did was definitely wrong. There's
right
definitely
there with
people
EDP.
who... I think EDP is a bit worse if we were to put him on a power scale. Like, throw him up...
Yeah, EDP's the
Vegeta,
GOAT.
what does the Scotter say about his diddler levels?
He's over 9,000. I'll tell you that. He's over 9,000. But Dr. Disrespect pissed me off. I was like, damn, bro. Like, I actually like Dr. Disrespect. Like, I'm not a huge fan of him, but like seeing him do that and come out with that terrible apology on Twitter, disappointing.
So
His apology was so backhanded too. It was like, so I did do this, but I'm or some shit like that. It was like, I don't know.
Yeah,
it was a long.
He's like, I despise people that do that, and it's like, you really just said you did it. What do you mean?
Bro. Yeah, what do you mean you despise people that do it? You're the guy that did it. So
everything
he lost all his friends too.
Everything he said in that apology is what everybody says on Chris Hansen's To Catch a Predator. And dude, the defenders are coping so hard. I will admit I didn't want to believe. I wasn't a Doc fan. I don't follow him on anything. But when he came up on like my YouTube Shorts feed, I would be like, I'd be like, haha, that's hilarious.
It's funny, you know.
Or like watching his funny takes about other games because he's got COD brain rot. So when he would talk about
not even just
FPS,
that, like he was creating his own game, which I was very excited to play.
They dropped him,
and they dropped him from that. They were like, and in the apology, he tried to say like he parted ways with that. Yeah, like it was mutual, and then like you see on the game devs Twitter channel about that, they were like, yeah, we dropped him because we don't want to be associated with that. It wasn't a mutual thing. Yeah, it was like they just dropped him. Like they were like, no, you're not gonna do this with us.
Yeah, it's just like, what was I gonna say? Coping.
Copium.
It's just like people are posting. They're like, oh well, it turns out that there never was a 17-year-old girl. It was just a Twitch employee baiting him. It's like, okay, but have you seen To Catch a Predator? There's never actually a minor either. That doesn't change the fact that they were like, I'm gonna come on your lemons.
Right. Yeah, because they said that like he asked her age.
Yeah.
And then she said, I'm.
Even if that actually wasn't a 17-year-old girl, that's still wrong. Just like how To Catch a Predator, they walk in. It's never actually a 13-year-old girl. It's some FBI agent, and they just walk into it.
And he was talking to her after she said, I'm clearly not 18. And they talked, and some of this talking was inappropriate. So, like, bro, like, that's a to catch a predator scene if I've ever seen one. You know what I'm saying? Like that's exactly how it goes down. So
And it
got caught
just
up.
it sucks because if you could see the direct messages to everybody, would be like, oh, okay, um,
Yeah, yeah,
like the angle I haven't seen approached is well, they just said he was being inappropriate. They didn't really say what that entails, which
yeah,
best case scenario, and this definitely probably didn't happen, but best case scenario is the inappropriacy could have been like, hey, will you buy me some cigarettes, Dr. Daddy? And it's just you're buying
yeah.
cigarettes from a minor, which is still weird and you shouldn't do it, and that's inappropriate. So that could have been the extent of the inappropriate, which
It's right.
it probably isn't though.
Yeah, we
But
with
even
with
best case
Twitch
scenario,
perma
but that's
banning
still
it,
something
yeah.
you shouldn't do. You
Right.
know?
With Twitch perma banning it, he probably said some wild shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and what's crazy is that he had so much time to like bring this out to light. Like the accusations happened in like 2016,
Yeah.
and so and he got banned in 2020, right? Like it was
Yeah.
like 4 years, and after he got banned in 2020, and then he restarted his channel from scratch on YouTube.
On YouTube.
And yeah, and now it's 2024, and now it all comes to light. Like, oh, the reason he got banned in 2020 was because he was texting a minor. And stupidest thing, no, number one, wrong to text a minor. Like,
Yes,
but
100%.
you do it on
Twitch whispers.
do it on Twitch Whisper, bro. Are you stupid? Like,
Oh my god.
what? Like,
What I see is the angle and the thought process about that, because everybody's like, that's stupid. I think the reason he did it through that was because he probably was like, this is the least likely scenario that my wife is going to catch DMs. Like, my wife wouldn't think
Yeah.
to check Twitch messages.
yeah,
And
that's
that's
another thing,
probably
like,
why he did it through Twitch instead
Yeah.
of, traditional
I
means.
completely forgot about that too. Like that he had a wife and then
Yeah.
a girlfriend. I was like, dude, that's like I feel bad for the wife and the kids too. Does he have kids?
Yeah, yeah. He's
That's
fucking
dope.
42.
Yeah, I know he was old. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, he was up there, bro. Yeah, bro. And, like, you should, like just think about your actions. Like if like bro, like he clearly wanted to do something, bro.
Not even just think about it, it's just why? Why, what it
Yeah.
was the need? Was it for the sick thrill of it? Like, what the fuck was the point?
We'll never know. We'll really never know.
Well,
'Cause, like,
you got money. Why would you even, like, if you wanted to text a minor, why don't you just go buy another Lambo instead?
not even, not even that. Like, celebrities have a really weird thing with minors. It's. We were literally talking. We make jokes
Drake?
about this all the time.
Drake,
Yeah,
what are you
like,
doing, boy?
Drake, the biggest of them all, bro. Like,
Did you see the clip?
Around.
Did you see the clip of where he was like, I forgot where he was walking through, but he was walking through and a bunch of people were there, like, just singing Kendrick lyrics at him. Oh,
I
man.
didn't see that.
He was so salty. Oh, he
No,
had
I bet
that,
he was.
he had that, I'm gonna go tell on you face as he's walking away from the crowd all pissy.
Like we were talking about it. We were like, when Minecraft YouTubers make it big,
Yeah.
straight to CP or another kid. Like they're just addicted to it, bro. Like when they make it big, I'm telling you, something happens up there where they meet other weird people
Demonic
and
possession.
they all they all come together to Epstein's Island. They all fucking have a great time.
I saw this. There's actually a game, a survival game called Epstein's Island on Steam. Right now it's $1. I was thinking about getting it. This is like try to
That's
survive.
funny as hell. That's funny. Who's chasing you down? Drake?
You're right. No, you're running from Jeffrey and Epstein. So like they're two separate characters, but like so that legally they could be like, oh no, it's a parody. You see, but
Yeah, true.
man, I couldn't
But,
even.
I was disappointed, man. Like just going back to it, I was just very
Yeah, like I was never a Doctor
like-
Disrespect fan, but like I still appreciated the work
yeah.
when it popped up, and it definitely made me laugh. But and it's just like, oh, okay, he seems like a whatever type of dude. You
I
know?
feel bad for the people that like were really close with him too, because it makes
Yeah.
you look bad to a certain extent. I'm not saying like the people that are associated with him did anything. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? But like, okay, you've been a friend with him this long, you didn't know like some of this shit was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and they're not even like in any of their statements about Doctor Disrespect, they didn't acknowledge that they were his friend. Now they even just removed the whole friend from that point of conversation, which I understand. Like, why the fuck?
yeah. And what was weird
Just-
was like that Nick Merckx guy. You know who that is, right?
Yeah,
So he has a family and everything. He was fighting for Doc. He was like, there hasn't been anything that's came out,
Yep.
so I'm still gonna be his friend. And then like all the shit came out. He was like,
and then Doc was straight up was like, I was inappropriately messaging a minor.
Yeah, and the dude was like, bro, I have kids. I would never want that to happen to my kids. And I was like, yeah, like you could see that he was hella.
Not even just like I wouldn't want that to happen. It's just like probably because they were friends. Like, like, dude, you've been around my kids. Like, what the fuck?
Right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's fucking weird, bro. Like, you had that. Like, you were so cool with him to a certain point. Like, he could have probably been around your kids and never even knew. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's just, oh god. It's a whole.
It's just there was actually a guy I was watching on YouTube. His name's the Ace Man or the Axe Man, I think something like that. And he had a whole video about like a whole 19-minute video about the spiel, the Twitter messages, like the other people that were in it. Like he really breaks it down really good. If everybody wants to watch that, like I'm putting it out there. Go watch that video.
Fucking, it's just, ugh.
It's
so,
just
anybody unironically wearing a combat vest is just like, oh god, it's ruined. Because like, my thing is when I play the Call of Duty campaigns, is I'll get in my airsoft gear. So I'll be full plate carrier, full hat, and fucking the glasses. Like, and now I'm just kind of like, I don't want to dress like that anymore for streams, but I love doing it.
You right.
I was walking out of Walmart yesterday, and this big dude with a big dad belly was wearing a plate carrier with no plates in it, for one. And for two, he bought like the Temu special, like it was made for a small little Asian man, and he was like this big 6.5 foot African American guy wearing this tiny little vest that isn't covering anything, and it was all like flat and like wrinkly and bent. It's just like, why are you wearing that?
Why are you doing this?
What is? And I immediately thought of Dr. Disrespect when I saw him. I was like, bro, why? He was wearing red and black just like Doc, dude.
Oh yeah, he probably knew. He probably knew.
I was like,
he probably did it on
bro.
He's trolling. No. Did you see the Stable Ronaldo kid? He was with his other streamers, and then he told them, everybody like, don't go crazy, and then he turns the stream on. It's just him wearing all the Dr. Disrespect gear.
Oh my god.
I'll send you the clip of it later. But yeah.
But yeah, it's just very weird that people are like still trying to find reasons to defend him. They're like, it wasn't actually a minor. It's like, well, neither were the people on To Catch a Predator. That didn't change anything. You know, they still ended up on a registry. Not all of them were arrested, and not all of them were charged with anything, but they all ended up on like some sort of registry at some point, or at least like people would recognize them from the show. It's just like you just can't. There's the legal opinion and public opinion, and obviously even if nothing legally happened, there's no way anybody's gonna let that shit just fly.
Yeah.
And what's wild too is like I keep seeing everybody talk about it, and like the messages could straight up just leak, and everybody will be like read the messages, and it'll be like, yeah, let me come on your lemons, and they'll still go watch his stream. I mean, they'll come to his stream immediately after. I'd be like, yeah, go Doc, way to beat the cancel culture, man.
He has some diehard fans that are not gonna. They're just gonna deflect to the day they die.
Dude,
they're not gonna let him go down.
I hate people.
Bad for those guys too. I feel bad for those guys, but those guys at that point might be pedophiles themselves.
Yeah.
Because if you're dying,
100%.
you know what I'm saying? If you're going down that hill with him still, bruh.
Yeah, bruh.
Come on, you got caught.
Ugh.
You got caught doing it, bro.
This shit's fucking whack.
Cat's attacking me, and I'm trying to get him.
But yeah, I think that's everything I had for the week. I guess.
I was about to say that's probably all the topics.
Aside, there's Mr. Beast building houses and people having a problem with that, but like we'd be here
Everybody
for
has a. Let me just put it like this: if anybody has a problem with Mr. Beast doing anything, stop watching this podcast, please. You are an idiot. Everything he does is. Let me put this in simple ape terms. Mr. Beast record video. Mr. Beast do something good in video. Mr. Beast make money from video. Man, it's the circle of life, bitch. And then Mr. Beast gets money to do nice shit again, makes the video, and then he gets money from that video, does nice shit, gets the video money. You know, it's a circle of life.
I don't know
Nothing
if it's as true now as it was back then, but like a lot of things people miss is that it's not Mr. Beast's money that's making those videos; it's the sponsor's money that's doing that.
Yeah,
he's just kind of like the face, you know.
Yeah, because he's talked about his like living conditions. It's not bad. Don't
Yeah,
get me wrong, they're not bad. But nothing lavish, bro.
Yeah, he also just doesn't care. I mean, I would. The only thing I would do differently is just you would see that I have nicer cars and more guns. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
that's
he
about
has
it.
the
Like
money. He
you
has
won't
the money,
ever
yeah.
catch me wearing Gucci or Supreme or like any of that garbage. Which I didn't know this is completely designer clothing,
Hey,
but
I'd be balling out with some shoes though. I'd have a lot of
fucking
shoes.
fucking apparently Chanel, like Coco Chanel, that brand was from a French spy in World War One that was giving information to the Germans, and they let her go, and she continued the clothing brand. So
Oh, okay.
there's a little history fact just out the blue like
That's a
that.
little fun fact right there. A little badass fact.
Yeah, I learned that
Yeah.
one last night.
But yeah, I've seen like the way he fucking like lives and shit. And,
Yeah.
and, like it's like don't get me wrong, he's rich and shit, but he really doesn't like crazy with his money. Like
Yeah.
he just lives a normal life. He has more than most of us. Obviously, he's fucking rich, but nothing crazy with it.
Like I had a friend that has lots of money, and I won't name names because but he always wore Walmart clothes, and I didn't even know he had money like that until he started having sleepovers every night. you know,
Then you were like,
I was
what
like,
the fuck
oh.
are you doing with 10,000 in your pillow, Jimmy? Where'd that come from?
Yeah, good times.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just you don't. It's all
You don't
little
really-
dick swaying
you don't really-
contest.
Yeah, and he's like, I didn't even know this. He has Crohn's disease. So he
Mr.
needs to have
Beast?
like blood. Yeah, he needs to have blood transfusions. all the time.
Really? Huh?
Yeah. So sometimes
know
he'll say
that.
like he's super tired from a video because he needs to. You know what I'm saying, he needs to get his blood transfusions or some shit. Right? Like something's wrong with him right there. Or stomach surgery.
Oh yikes! Imagine
Yeah.
if he's doing his like on a remote island type video.
Yeah. Yeah. So he inspires me. I'm not gonna lie. Like bro, like with all that and you still fucking get up out of bed, fucking go make these long ass videos.
Let's go catch these dubs.
Right. Or go
Oh,
catch
man.
these predators. All right, and now that's the end of our stream.
Oh
But
god.
it was a good chat. Nobody popped in the live stream. Sadly, I guess the hot tub meta was not working.
I've had one
But-
viewer this entire time, and possibly more. My view count thing is broken. I don't know what
it?
the fuck to do. Like, cause I have Streamlabs, and it's like I'll have one viewer consistently or two or
Yeah.
whatever, and then it'll be like 20 people watched your stream, and then the fucking the notifications won't pop up, and then I'll see it 3 days later. It's like, oh, this person followed you, and I was like, where the fuck was it? I didn't hear it pop up. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And I feel bad. I gotta switch away
Yeah.
from Streamlabs if it keeps doing that. It's just I'm so used to the program.
Yeah. I switched away from Streamlabs for a while. I just do OBS now. I feel like OBS is better. So
That's
you might
probably what
want
I
you
need
might
to
want to do it. I feel like it's more compatible with your PC.
Probably. Maybe that's what it is, the compatibility issue versus... Because everybody says, oh, you gotta do Streamlabs, because it's the same company, but they're like, Streamlabs is way more simplified, whatever.
It is. That's why I was using it.
Yeah.
But then I heard like people say like also if you run it as admin, I heard it helps too.
I always run as an administrator. It doesn't
Okay,
do
then, yeah, I
anything
don't know.
different.
Like
Yeah.
when I used to have it, I changed like a whole bunch of settings and it was still weird.
Yeah. Like, all my widgets are broken.
Yeah. So yeah, just probably use it.
Okay, well, that was our Goosecast episode. A nice
Sure.
long one for you all, especially because we've been MIA.
Yeah,
Me
true.
especially, I haven't made a YouTube video in 2 weeks. Mostly because I don't have anything and I don't want to just pull something out of my ass, like I said, that I don't really care about.